Welcome to our very first video. You are looking at Obine. This is my main character, and with me today is
Ellabell.
This is my wife, and this is going to be a couples cast, for lack of a better term. Husband and wife. We both enjoy video games, and don't get jealous, all you guys out there. Of course, you know, if you admit, you always wish your wife or girlfriend or whomever would play video games with you. Today we're going to work on an achievement while we kind of introduce ourselves. That being the case, for this achievement I am going to use my paladin. This is my Draenor paladin. I may be saying that incorrectly, but anyway, this is Za. I was quite amazed that I got a 2-letter name, so we'll go ahead and get in here and get started. I have a little bit about myself. I have been playing since the first year that WoW became a game, if I can talk. As obviously there's been a couple times in there that I've taken breaks and stopped playing or waited for expansions to come out again. But that's kind of my history of World of Warcraft.
Mine is that I've played kind of on and off for a few years. When we first got married or started dating even, we played together a little bit, and then I took a very long break, and this is the first expansion that I've played the most on, and I'm very, very excited for Legions because it's my first release expansion that I've played.
And pretty much the only thing we're kind of worried about, or we're concerned about getting really at all before the expansion comes out, is our flying in Draenor. That is the Draenor Pathfinder achievement you see on my screen here. So far, the only one we have completed. And the thing is, you can complete any one of these on any character, but the whole thing would have to be done on one character. In this case, I have done most of the Securing Draenor with this particular character. Most all the rest of them have been done with Obine. That being said, we have 3 more of these to do. So I'm going to go ahead and buy the mastiffs I need to do these. So let me go ahead and get these from Sergeant Crowler here.
What can I do?
So I need the one, and of course I have no bag space, so that probably doesn't help me any. I don't know what all I have here that I can get rid of. No, I don't need that. We can get rid of those. Okay. Let's clean this up just a little bit. Alright. So let's get the... See, Everbloom Wilds is one of them we needed. So let's get that. Go ahead and use that one. And then we need the massive of... What's it? The Iron Siege Works. And then the last one is it Magnarok we need? Is that the one we need, honey?
Yeah, the one
Massive.
with the apostrophe.
Oh, with the apostrophe. Let me see what else we got here.
No, it's the one without the apostrophe.
Okay.
Sorry.
I guess I could look on my screen here. Alright, there we go. We'll use this one. Oops, before we do that, let's take that one. Okay.
Need help?
And this one right here. Alright.
Be careful.
So we're going to do Everbloom first. Is that correct, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let me see where that one is. The Everbloom Wilds. Because I'll be honest, I don't know where it's at. That looks like it is in Gorgrond. So let's see. It looks like there's a flight path right to Everbloom Wilds. Do you have that flight path, honey?
Yeah, that's the one I took.
Alright, so let's go ahead and find ourselves a flight path here. So a little bit about what we plan to do with this channel. Starting out, it's probably going to be predominantly World of Warcraft because Legion is coming out, and it's going to take a majority of our gaming time. I say gaming time because we are the parent of a 2-year-old, so our time is limited. And honestly, Wouldn't you agree, honey, that part of the success that we have in our game time and being able to make that balance is we know when to turn it off most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Most of the time. But we never, if our son is awake, we never make ourselves unavailable to him. We always have an eye on him. And
we don't typically play when he's awake anyways.
Exactly. So most of our game time happens after the little one goes to bed. Fortunately, he has like an 8 o'clock bedtime, so we have a good few hours there to play before we have to go to bed. And two, he is also part of the catalyst for us to do this because we we like to watch, or I do anyway, like to watch videos about video games, just like this one that we're making. But most of them out there, well, I shouldn't say most of them, but most of the good ones, unfortunately, the language on it isn't something we want our 2-year-old or even our 5-year-old when he becomes that old to hear or any of that stuff. So one thing you can be assured of by this channel is it will definitely be, the language will be kid appropriate. And, we want something that he'll be able, other kids to be able to have a part of too. Now, Ellabell may be a little hardcore, but I'm not when it comes to video gaming.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay. No, neither of us are hardcore gamers, so you're not going to see a lot of rating. Obviously, I do LFR, but I'm not min-maxer. I am not a person who's going to have the top DPS or any of that stuff. We are both into the game to have fun. We don't do a lot of other things for entertainment, so the way people oftentimes give us gamers a hard time for spending 2 or 3 hours playing video games, but those are the same people that would sit down for 2 or 3 hours and watch a football game or
binge watch
or binge watch Netflix or whatever. So, and
look at your map. Do you see what I see? There's an elite.
Oh no. I don't see it on my maps. I may have got it, but I think I need to invite you into my group here. Let's see if I can get you invited. Of course, as we found with this, since this patch has come out, it's a little bit laggy at times, especially when it comes to getting off of our mounts. And as it is doing right now, it's taking a moment to dismount me. Do you have anything else to add before we jump into this objective here, honey?
Not really.
Okay. So let's see what we got here.
I'm the little gnome priest.
Yes.
Look at me.
Look at her.
Yay.
Normally it's 2 gnomes running around, but like I said, in this particular case, I have started on this one, so I'm going to finish on this one. That being said, I have my handy little 2-person mount here. She can mount up and we can get going where we need to go. It looks like we're in the area we need to be. Yep, so we're actually right here. I guess there's no mounting needed. So this is the area we need to do. All these guys here we need to kill. Hopefully there'll be some glowy things, because that tends to make the completion time a little faster. So you can see this little bar down here, for those who may not know. Obviously, I'm probably not talking to anybody who doesn't know this stuff anyway, but we have this progress bar here that tells us how far along we are. Most of the easy kills, for lack of a better term, just give us 1%, and as you can see there, it just gave us 1%. Like I said, I've been with the game for a long time, so I do know a lot of information about the game, but I am not one to know, okay, this is the best gear to have to get the best DPS or any of that sort of stuff. Then it tends to become more of a chore.
Yeah, and when we were playing last time, that became a big issue. We were all stressed out because we wanted to get everything in our garrison max level. We wanted to get our characters max level. We were doing Refer a Friend at the time, so I wanted to take advantage of all of those benefits. And then I wanted to catch up to my husband, who had been playing for, years and years.
And have 4 max level characters and 5 more nearly max level characters. And
yeah.
Of course, some of you who have been playing a long time think that's probably nothing, but for a casual player, quote unquote, that's probably a lot. Granted, it's made it a lot easier to level up than it used to be, so that's not nearly the feat it used to be.
Yeah, and we're definitely not. I know very well that my DPS is horrible and that I don't know how to effectively heal, but I like the way that my character looks, and that's why I picked healing. I didn't realize that it was going to become really complicated at higher levels, so I do go in and occasionally in a dungeon or a raid, and I do some healing, and people yell at me, but it's okay. If I want to do damage in my healing spec, then I'll do damage in my healing spec. That's
Right.
the way I want to play.
Yeah. We are out to have fun, and hopefully, listening to us, you'll see that we're just out to have fun. We want to bring you guys along with us. And if you learn something, great. If you just enjoy hanging out with us, great too. Now, like I said, this will be predominantly video games. We may add other games into this. Like, I am definitely a Minecraft person, so we may end up having some of those videos, and maybe I can even get Ellabell to join me with that. But for a while, I can definitely guarantee it's going to be predominantly World of Warcraft. Also, we may talk about some real life stuff occasionally. So if there's something you want us to discuss while we're playing games, definitely let us know.
Or if you have ideas of things that you want us to
do in game too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so definitely let us know there. Is this that? I see the star. Where's this
I see
elite?
the star too. I don't know where he is.
I don't see
Maybe
it.
he's flying above us.
That's very well possible.
I didn't look up.
I didn't either. But I do see I see on my map the star.
Well, I'm glad that you see him too, because if it was just me looking for him, we would probably never find it.
Maybe it's this hunter guy, but he's not an elite, so I don't know.
Oh, he has a name.
He has a name, but usually he has an elite. So
Yeah, I think it is maybe him.
is he got the dragon around his picture?
No, he doesn't.
Huh. Well, we'll kill him anyway.
Yeah, he's fun.
Yeah. As you'll find, Ellabell is definitely obsessed with elite hunting, as we've called it. So, affectionately called it. I am not one to go out of my way to find these elites. Now I know there's some achievements you can get for those. Now if it's on the way to something else or it's not out of my way, I'll hit these elites. I mean, I guess it'd be different if their rewards were currently benefited me, but they don't anymore.
Hey, I've gotten some pretty awesome pets and some other things.
Now the pets, yes. Now if I knew which ones had pets, I'd probably go out and just find those. So I am about the pets. You know, it's definitely fits right in with the Pokemon Go craze that's going on right now.
Yeah.
It's ironic that whenever the pets first came out, they kept saying it was Pokemon and WoW, and now that's quite the craze here. Worldwide. Not just here in the United States. Something else I'm not hardcore into. I mean, I have collected a few Pokemon, but it's nothing that I can say that I am going out of my way. Of course, maybe I should get some little exercise, get out and go Pokemon hunting.
Yeah, you'll probably get arrested. People are, like, where we live in a really small town, and people are a little anti-Pokemon Go. And I think it's great, especially younger kids. I was in town the other day, and I saw all these kids running around, hanging out, and they were, like, actually outside. I thought it was fantastic.
You know, of course, I didn't take any cues from that and go outside myself, but, you know. You know, me and Heat, we don't get along.
It has been really, really hot lately.
Yeah, I heard it was record-breaking heat since like 1889 or something like that. So, looks like we're about 58%. Let's mount up and run to a different area. Whoops, wrong mount.
Yeah. There we go.
Yay. You know,
Yay.
it's just usually best if, you know, Ellabell hops on, because
I don't know what you're talking about. I am very good at using a map. I'm not directionally challenged at all. And I never get lost when I'm standing right next to you.
Yeah, my favorite is honey, where are you? Turn around. Oh, hi, there you are.
Yeah. They affectionately call it elite hunting, and it's affectionate because there were many times where he was off doing something with someone in our guild, or off just doing something in general that I didn't want to participate in, and I would be like, hey, you need to come here now, I can't kill this guy on my own, and he'd have to drop what he was doing.
Well, what would even make it worse is by the time I get there, someone else helped you out, and you had already killed it. That was the worst ones.
Oh, yeah, that did happen sometimes. I really appreciate it when people help me. Thank you. If any of our listeners ever have helped me.
As you notice, we haven't mentioned the name of this show yet. We have some pretty good ideas of what we're going to go with, but since this is it may end up being a practice recording because we're not sure how the quality is going to turn out, but we will, by the time you're viewing this, obviously there will be a name on the channel, but we've had some struggles finding something that works out good for us and that fits what we're doing and our names and whatnot. So, and of course, it's important to get the Twitter account and that stuff to go along with it, so we have to find one that those are available also.
Your garrison helper is feeling a little saucy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he saying something to you?
Well, no, I saw it on the screen.
Oh. You'll pay for that.
Yeah. It cracks
Gotcha.
me up, the little dialogue that these people have.
80%, alright. Ooh, there's something up here. Let's see if this gives us some percentage. It's a glowy thing.
Ooh.
Oh, no, it's a bad guy that was in the ground hiding, pretending like to be a glowy thing.
A bad guy? That cracks me up.
Whatever.
Like, what are we playing? Cops and robbers? Are we playing Batman?
Whatever. Mob, is that better?
He's a bad guy? That sounds like something I would say.
Well, I have to speak your language, honey.
Oh, yeah, that's something.
Whatever.
Somebody killed this thing over here, and then they left the pods.
Oh, yeah, did you take the pods?
Yeah, I didn't get to them in time before they disappeared.
Oh. Yeah, because that's 1% there. That's an easy 1%.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't give anyone any advice, though. They get offended and angry. So.
Yeah. And I can't, and pretty much any advice you're going to get from us isn't going to be anything that you probably haven't seen 100 other places, but...
Oh, there's something we can do with these birds. I don't know.
Yeah, they're clickable.
Yeah, I don't know if they're...
But if you have that kid that you don't want to listen to those other podcasts that have the language that they shouldn't have, they can definitely listen to us and catch a few things that they may not know. And if you have questions, you can ask me, especially if it, I may know the answer, and if I don't, I can probably find it for you. So definitely feel free to leave those comments down below or those questions down below. So we got 4% left. Let's see what this will give us.
Did I really just kill that bird?
Well, I clicked on it. It wasn't killing it. We clicked on it. It died. So I don't.
That was sad.
Oh, did we complete that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, it did for me. I don't know if it did for you.
It dinged. Oh, this guy doesn't. You're drawing attention here, honey.
Oh, well. Sorry. That's what I have you around for.
Well, on that note, we're probably going to wrap this first episode up. But that's kind of what's involved in this particular achievement. We have 2 more of them to do. Whether they show up in this feed or not, I guess I can't tell you at this point because I don't know the future. But we're going to wrap this one up. And as we both agree that a family who plays together stays together, and that includes video games. So anything else you want to add before we sign off here, honey?
Nope. Just thank you for listening. And if you have any feedback, of suggestions or anything, just leave your comments down below. And you can feel free to tell your wives, girlfriends that there are wives and girlfriends that actually enjoy playing WoW, and they can put their hate messages down below.
And if you're dealing with addiction to video games, I'm not sure we can help you there. But if you want any advice on how to deal with that addiction, let me know, because there was a point in my life that I was. Fortunately, before I met my wife. So on that night, you guys take care, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.